All those edit buttons are a bit distracting. If we could toggle edit mode on or off, we could hide them when edit mode is off. The user could then look at their resume without distractions. For that, we will need three things: a new toggle component, a data property in our app that tells us if edit mode is on or off, a CSS class that gets added dynamically when the edit mode is off so that we can hide all edit buttons. Let's start by creating a toggle component. Since the switch will toggle the edit mode, I will call the component edit toggle. First, we create the template of the component. A toggle switch does not exist in HTML. It is an input of type checkbox with adjusted styling. There's quite a lot of CSS necessary to make a checkbox look like a toggle switch, so let's check if we can find something online that we can reuse here. I found this tutorial from W3 Schools about how to create a toggle switch. Let's copy over the code. I will adjust the markup a bit so we can add a label text within the label element. In our app component, we import and register the new component and add it at the top above the resume. We need to add a label to make it clear what this toggle switch is for. Adding edit mode should make it clear. Per default, we want the toggle to be on, so we add the attribute checked. We also add a click event listener that sends the value of event target checked along. Event target checked will contain true or false, depending on if the checkbox is checked or not. When the toggle switch is active, the checkbox is checked. Now we are done with the edit toggle component, and we can take care of the necessary logic in the app component. We want to show or hide the edit buttons depending on whether the edit toggle is on or off. For that, we will add the property editing to the data object and set its default value to true. We need to toggle this data property when we receive the event from the edit toggle component. For that, we add an event listener that listens to the edit mode toggled event. The event listener receives the Boolean value contained in event.target.checked, so we will call this argument isChecked. In the event listener, we set the data property editing to the value of event target checked. Depending on which value the editing property holds, we will hide or show the edit buttons. In Vue, we can dynamically toggle classes. For this, we use a dynamic class attribute with a vbind directive and then class attached to it. So :class as an abbreviated version. :class receives a JavaScript object that consists of a property and a value. The property is the CSS class that should be applied if the value evaluates to true. You can reference a data property here. As you can see in this example, we use the dynamic class attribute side by side with the normal class attribute. When the data property editing is false, the class editOff will be added because we negate the value. If editing is true, no class will be added. This is what we want, because the default should be edit mode on. If the user toggles it off, the class will be added to the outer wrapper of the resume. We can reference this class within the edit buttons component and hide the edit buttons when editing is off. We have successfully added the edit toggle switch and are able to hide and show the edit buttons.
Thanks for watching this Newline tutorial. If you haven't already, please like this video and subscribe to our channel. It helps other students find our content.